Yes, good morning everyone. 12th class accountancy chapter 5 admission of a partner, and today's topic is goodwill, treatment of existing goodwill. Existing goodwill in the books. Existing goodwill means already there is a goodwill in the balance sheet. Books here mean balance sheet because goodwill is an asset, intangible asset, and it is always shown in balance sheet. So as per accounting standard 26, goodwill cannot be shown in the books of account. So if we have shown any goodwill, only the purchased goodwill can be shown. If we have shown any goodwill in the books of account, then that goodwill is written off. That goodwill is written off. Written off means closing the account of goodwill. Okay, written off means closing the account of goodwill. Closing the account of goodwill. So in this case, goodwill account will be closed. So goodwill is an asset and it is appearing on the debit side. So whenever we are closing any account, then that particular account will be reversed. If the balance is in debit, then that particular account will be credited. And if the balance is credit, then that particular account will be debited. So the journal entry for closing the goodwill account will be goodwill will be credited. It's certain that goodwill will be credited to goodwill account. So what will be debited? Goodwill is an asset, and if we are writing off an asset account, so it means there is a loss for the partners. There is a loss for the partners. So partners capital, with the loss, the partners capital will be decreased. And whenever the partners capital is decreased, then it is always debited because partners capital has credit balance and it is decreased. So all the partners will be debited. So I'm not writing here all, otherwise you may confused. So I'm writing here old partners. Old partners, capital / current. Every time whenever you people are writing capital, then also write current account, because if capitals are fixed, then you people are going to pass the entry old partners current account debit. And if capitals are fluctuating, then you people need to pass entry old partners capital account. So this entry will be passed for writing of goodwill. Narration will be being goodwill written off in old ratio. So whenever you people are you people will see the goodwill in the books, and mostly if balance sheet is not given, normal 3-4 liner question is given which is of 3 mark or 4 mark. In that case, this goodwill will be written as goodwill appears. In question there will be two type of goodwill in 3 or 4 marker questions. One goodwill will be goodwill appears and the other goodwill will be goodwill valued. So you may confused in both the goodwills, because goodwill appears means existing goodwill. For this goodwill, you need to pass this entry. Always in all the chapters, chapter 4, 5, 6, 7, whenever there is a existing goodwill, this entry will be passed. Okay. Old partners capital or current account debit to goodwill account, being goodwill written off in which ratio? Old ratio. Always in old ratio. So existing goodwill will be treated by using old ratio, and for goodwill valued, the new partner will be bringing his share. This goodwill is for new partner. So please clarify the concept, otherwise you may confused. You may do the reverse treatment if you are not able to understand the concept. So goodwill appears means existing goodwill, so that will be written off. Goodwill valued means it is the goodwill which is valued at the time of admission of a partner. So he has to bring his share in this goodwill. So this is goodwill valued. So now I am writing one question for better understanding. Suppose X and Y are partners in a firm and their profit sharing ratio is 4:3. On 1st April 2020, they admitted Z. Z is admitted as a new partner, and Z brought in capital, which he has to brought, every new partner is supposed to bring capital 1 lakh and 21,000 for 1/3 share of goodwill. So Z's capital, he has brought 1 lakh as capital and 21,000 for 1/3 share of goodwill. It means this goodwill is not firm's goodwill. It is his share. Already his share is calculated and given. So need not to multiply this amount with 1/3. In two manner, goodwill valued can be given. First, suppose goodwill valued is given. Goodwill valued is given. Suppose goodwill valued is 63,000. And next, the statement may be written, which is new partner or Z is bringing 1/3 of his share. Z is bringing 21,000 for 1/3 share of his share of goodwill. So in both the statements, something a little bit difference is there. What is the difference? That in this, language is important, because if you people are just doing the question and not understanding the language, then always your answer will be wrong. So if in accountancy you are reading question very carefully, then it will be definitely helping you for solving the question in correct manner. So this is goodwill valued. Goodwill valued means firm's goodwill. So if goodwill valued is given, then you need to multiply the new partner share with this. So 21,000. Okay. And if already his calculated share is given, like here, 21,000 for 1/3 share of goodwill, it means already the multiplied share is given, already the goodwill is calculated. It is not the goodwill valued, it is only the share which the partner is supposed to bring. So 21,000 he is bringing, so need not to multiply it by 1/3. Clear? And one more thing is given, that on Z's admission, goodwill existed in books. Existed means appeared. So here 3 entries will be passed. Which 3 entries? First entry will be always in regard to writing of existing goodwill. Always. If there is a goodwill which is existing in the books, then make sure that the first entry while making the journal, you are always passing for writing of existing goodwill. So what entry I have told you, existing goodwill is 28,000. Okay. So existing goodwill is goodwill which is in balance sheet. So new partner is not having any right. Already I have told you on the items which already exist in the books before his admission. Okay. So this goodwill is, we can say, the item which is before the admission of the new partner. So whatever the items are in the balance sheet, whether it is accumulated profits, accumulated reserves, or accumulated losses or goodwill, they are all items meant only for the old partners. Okay. So this entry will be passed. Goodwill, partners capital will be debited. X capital account debit, Y's capital account debit to goodwill. Clear? This is the entry for writing off of goodwill, 28,000. So divide this goodwill in 4:3 ratio, and I think answer will be 16,000. 4 4s are 16 and 4 3s are 12. Okay. And the narration will be being existing goodwill written off in 4:3. This will be the narration. Okay. Now the second entry, now admit Z. Whenever Z will, new partner will be admitted, then first entry will be the in regard to the bringing in of capital and goodwill. So Z is bringing in capital and goodwill both. Okay. So next entry will be cash account debit. All these questions are of 3 to 4 marker. And always one question comes on this topic separately, individual question. And it is always a part of the full-fledged question. Okay. Cash account debit to Z's capital account to PFG, premium for goodwill. So what amount he has brought for cash capital? 1 lakh. What amount he has brought for goodwill? PFG 21,000. So it's 1,21,000. Narration being Z admitted. Third entry. Goodwill is brought in for compensating the sacrificing partner. Now in this question, old share is given and new partner share is given. This is new partner share. So this is case one. No other information is given that who has sacrificed and how much he has sacrificed. So we will assume that the old ratio is equal to sacrificing ratio. Old ratio is equal to sacrificing ratio. So the goodwill will be distributed in the sacrificing ratio. Clear? So how we will be distributing the goodwill? So first PFG account debit PFG account debit to PFG account debit to for whom goodwill has come, for the sacrificing partners who have sacrificed. It is not mentioned in the question who has sacrificed. So we will assume that both the partners have sacrificed. To X capital to Y's capital. Okay. And what is the amount of goodwill? 21,000. So that is to be distributed among both the partners in old ratio 4:3. So which is 12,000 and 9,000. So this is the treatment of existing goodwill. Am I clear with this treatment? So I'm going for the next topic. So next topic is goodwill is whatever the amount of goodwill has brought in the business, the partners can do two treatments with that amount of goodwill. Okay. So goodwill is retained, either goodwill is retained in the business or goodwill is withdrawn from the business, retained in business. If question is silent about the treatment of goodwill, that whether the partner has retained or withdrawn, then we will assume that the goodwill is retained in the business, withdrawn from business. So I'm doing one question. It's very simple. Treatment from business. Suppose A is admitted, A and B, two partners are there, and C is admitted, their ratio is equal, and C is admitted for 1/3 share, and he has brought rupees 1 lakh as capital and 50,000 as goodwill. Okay. So case one, when goodwill is retained in the business, first two entry will remain same, no change, because those two entries are the fundamental entries. In every question, you need to pass those entry. Cash account debit to C's capital to PFG. Cash is capital is 1 lakh and PFG is 50,000, 1,50,000. Clear? Second, PFG is for the sacrificing partners. So PFG account debit to A's capital to B's capital, 50,000, and their old ratio is equal. So equally they need to distribute the goodwill, 50,000. Now it may be question, suppose nothing is mentioned after this information. So it means no journal entry will be passed further if goodwill is retained in the business. Retained in the business means whatever the amount of goodwill is brought in by the new partner, that is in the business only. The partners have not withdrawn that amount. So partners are having two options regarding the amount of goodwill. First option, they can retain it in the business, and second option, they can withdraw. So it must be clear in the question whether they have retained it or they have withdrawn it. If the question is silent, then assume that they have retained it and no further treatment. So it means in case the goodwill is retained, no further treatment will be done. Only these two entry will be passed. But if it is mentioned in the question that A has withdrawn 30% of goodwill and B has withdrawn 50% of goodwill. then one extra entry will be passed for withdrawing of the goodwill. So just try to understand, when the goodwill came into the business, then we credited the PFG account. When we distributed the goodwill, then PFG account is debited. So we can say once the goodwill account, PFG account is credited and then it is debited. So there is no more PFG. So you cannot debit or credit PFG when you are going to withdraw the goodwill. So now where the goodwill is in, the goodwill is credited in the capital. So if they are withdrawing the amount of capital, goodwill, it means they will be withdrawing cash from capital. So their capital will be reduced. Okay, not the PFG. Sometimes the students may confused and they can write PFG account debit. So you cannot debit PFG here, because you can see that PFG once is credited, then again the PFG is debited. So it means PFG is already cancelled. Once it is credited, then it is debited. So there is no more PFG. It is already cancelled. So now where the goodwill amount is? Goodwill amount is in the capital of the partners. So if they are withdrawing it, so it means cash is going out from the business. And whenever cash is going out, then cash is credited and partners' capital is decreased. So the entry will be A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit to cash. If through check, then to bank. Okay, now we have to write the amount. So for this, we have to go to the question that who has withdrawn how much of the amount. So A has withdrawn 30%. So 30% means whatever the amount of goodwill is credited in his capital, 30% of that amount he has withdrawn. So 30% of 25,000. Okay, 7,500 is the 30%. Okay, and B has withdrawn 50%. So B's capital 25,000. So 50% of this amount, 12,500. So total amount withdrawn is 19,500. So you need not to assume that which partner has withdrawn how much of the goodwill. It must be mentioned in the question if they have withdrawn. And it is also not necessary that both must be withdrawing the goodwill. It's up to them. They have sold their share and in return they have got the amount of PFG. So it's up to them whether they want to keep that amount in their business or they want to withdraw it. It's up to them. Okay, so if they want, they can withdraw. If they don't want, they will be not withdrawing, and everything must be mentioned in the question. If the question is silent, then you will assume the case one, retained in the business, only these two entries. If goodwill is withdrawn, then along with these two entries must, this third entry will be passed. First entry, second entry, and third entry. Suppose it is mentioned that A has withdrawn his goodwill fully, and the question is silent about B's goodwill. So in that case, the entry will be A's capital account debit to cash. If he has withdrawn through check, then to bank. A has withdrawn the full amount. Full amount means whatever the amount was credited to him. So 25,000. So it will be depending, all will be depending on the information given in the question. So I hope I am clear with the topic. 3 topics I told you: treatment of the existing goodwill, when goodwill is retained in business, goodwill is withdrawn in business. Okay.